to Gooding. 13-yard reception from Gooding. And resulting in a touchdown and a 2-point conversion that didn't quite make it. So now the score is currently Bayside Ravens 16, Rhinos 6. And a deep kickoff here by the Rhinos there, and that's going to be a touchback. Back comes Mitch Teeney in his offense. Luke Edwards, Regan Webb receives close to the air. Templar alone is left. Darius Holiday Miller taking the carry though. Up the weak side, big gap he goes, but he's met hard there by number 5. And he picks up a couple of tough yards. Second and placement. Now Tesla, great job of leaping in the back and comes fall and do. She called that incomplete. So what? Late. Who was at the race? Number 4 situation. Clock's back on. We know we've got 60 minutes left in this quarter here. Clock, 60 seconds, sorry. 60 seconds left in this this half here. Our field clock is back on here. So Templar's going to punt this away, and the Rhinos will have just underneath a minute to try to get back further on the scoreboard. And the catch is made there by Gunning, and he is taken out of bounds at approximately the 15-yard line there, or 25-yard line, sorry. Check that, the 20-yard line, pretty much just outside of it. So no inside 20 punting statistic for Jacob Templar on that one. So the Rhinos have, as what I've been instructed, is just inside a minute to travel 80 yards to score here. They currently trail by 8 points. 16-6 is the scoreline here. 16-8 is the scoreline. Oh, no, check that. What is the score? So it must be a 10-point buffer, sorry. Oh, Bailey. Oh, making a big play and distracting everyone from my poor mathematical skills. And incomplete pass there, bringing up second down. That's a number I can count to. Second down and 10 upcoming. A change of personnel here, possibly getting another wide receiver on there for the Rhinos. And Carlos Williams now back in a true shotgun, about 6 to 7 yards behind his center there. 5 wide receivers. It kind of screams out Hail Mary, but it won't be. It will be a deep pass though to Gooding. Gooding catches it, beats his man number 28, and gosh, he's got a good pair of hands on him. He takes it, however, he stayed in bounds. The Rhinos are going to have to hurry and clock this or call the timeout. It looks like they're going to call the timeout.
It's a brilliant catch there.
Yes, and fantastic. He's been quite the highlight reel this quarter. Gooding, that is, wearing number 14, beats number 28, Kane Mawigoa, on the coverage there. 5 wide receivers, and they're off the deep drop. They choose to fling it deep, and Rhinos proven they've got an offense to contend with. So after the big 40-yard completion there. All right, and so the Rhinos took a timeout there. Once again, staying in this empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. The man who's caught the pass, Gooding, nearest to your screen. He's going to go deep again. No, he's not. He's going to go over the middle. Number 82, can he get out of bounds? No, yes, he can. So that'll eliminate the need for rushing back to the line of scrimmage there. However, there is a bit of urgency here, so it looks like they're looking to clock this. So I think they might have been ruling that he was going backwards there. Yep, they've clocked it. So whilst number 82, he got out of bounds there, he was moving backwards. So when he passed out of bounds, which means the clock would continue to run there. So haven't got an accurate clock, unfortunately, left for you there, but to give you an idea, it was just under a minute when the Rhinos took possession. So my guess is around that 20-second mark. It's thereabouts. Could be well and truly into the teens now as we see James come on at the wide receiver position for the Rhinos. Really targeting the side of John Finn over here, who's playing corner, who had the pick 6 earlier in the game. Once again, 5 wide, but this time Carlos Williams is going to go from underneath center. Only a 5-step drop. He's going to look for James, and the coverage is there. Some fantastic coverage. I don't see any flags across there, so that play will stay complete. 3rd down. Yeah, I think it's a case there. John Devine's mentioning that the sun has drifted lower here along Bulimba, so I think that very well just got it in his eyes. Very glad we're looking the opposite direction, even if the back of us are quite literally red in response to it.
Go for field goal.
And looks like they're going to try and hit a field goal here. Number 18 is going to take it for him, David Begg. Can they get the block in? It's up and it's blocked. I think Alan Steinert might have get there. Will Jamal Party choose to run this? He's going to have to get it out of the end zone. At least he gets tackled by what looks like his own player. And but it's enough to get it out. So they reckon it's going to be a bit of a precarious situation here. There are a couple of seconds left on the clock. The Rhinos may not have been able to get 3, but if they play their cards right, they might be able to get 2. However, take everything I said back because that was the last play of the game. Head referee Dave Hodkinson raised the ball above his head, and that's halftime here at Bulimba Junior Sports Club, where the home team Bayside Ravens lead the visiting Rhinos with a score of 16-6. I'm Kenny Andres here with Liam Reeves and John Devine. Join us in a moment as we take a break for halftime. We'll come back for the rest of the second half action, all thanks to Gibbs Parts, keeping the Ravens trucking along here in 2015. Our boys from Gibbs Part at Hammond, as well as Stampede Sports. Be back in a moment. Stick with us. Back soon. right, coming back. Second half is almost upon us. They're just going through final warm-ups now. The Ravens lead the Rhinos 16-6. Kenny O'Drez here with Liam Reeves on the call. John Devine from Calling All Sports Brisbane with us, representing Birdtown TV. Going to take a chance to thank our sponsor again who made today happen. Wow, as I keep my footing up here in the commentary box.
Get overboard.
Starting off with our Stampede Sports. Our friends at Stampede Sports are committed to delivering premium quality custom and unique apparel for all sporting clubs and codes. If you want to improve your club's image on and off the field, then get your uniform and apparel through Stampede Sports today. Find them on Facebook. And also our major sponsor, Gibbs Parts, specializing on keeping you on the road with new and reconditioned parts. Service and repairs for transmissions, differentials, and drive shafts. Need repairs? See our friends at Gibbs and Hammond, Brisbane. Gibbs Parts, keeping the Base Road Ravens trucking along in 2015. All right, second half is going underway now. Lights are being turned on, getting ready for some nighttime football. Benji Wilson sends us into the second half. Catch is fumbled there by number 7. He's going to find some room around the outside. He's taking on Kane Maugawa, and Maugawa runs him out of bounds before he can get to the 20-yard line. So some fantastic special teams there by the Bayside Ravens. Rhino setting up shop at the 18-yard line. Speaking about Kane Maugawa, he's one of those few graduate players from the Cole program. He had a chance to play in high school football over in the States a couple of years ago.
State of Colorado.
Yes, indeed. Played some Colorado high school football there. And now he's back playing for the Bayside Ravens. Playing some safety, it seems, or general defensive back positions. Carlos Williams hands the ball off, and a nice run there by the Rhinos. Number 31. Runs over number 9.
So, John Hollywood Rowe, or shall I say Pimp Rowe?
Got the stick.
What have you done to yourself, mate?
Just a little accident at home. Basically a little bit of
Carlos Williams scoring as 1 touchdown in the first half. He threw that to, I think it might have been Bateman. This time he intends to pass a short little curl route to number 82. Which is James Caldishaw. But the real outstanding offensive player for the Rhinos in the first half was number 14, David Gooding. A couple of big fingertip catches, as well as a nice little 40-yard bomb he made here to set them up for an opportunity to score in the back half of the second half. Also, he's under center, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Drops back, 3-step drop, finds, no he doesn't, off their hands. Number 2, Bateman can't corral it in. That's the second drop of the day so far. That should have been a nice little pitch and catch there. But look, Carlos Williams does a good job of locating the soft spot on the defense, but can't quite get it. That was 3rd down, 4th down now, and they're sending in the punting unit.
Luke Edwards is back to return this one.
Yes, changing up in punt returners here. Darius Holiday-Miller is staying on the sidelines. Edwards is going to have a return, which is something he hasn't done before.
That's up.
And he's not going to have an opportunity to return, as the punt goes about 14 yards maybe. And the Ravens will set up on the, as Andy Miller, the sideline judge, Sets it up on the 44-yard line, sorry, the 36-yard line of the Rhinos. So the Ravens in friendly territory here, and a good opportunity to extend their lead, currently sitting at 10 points. Swaysland, caught a pass in the first half. He's back here, near side wide receiver, Colson and a tight end. Two backs in the backfield. We've got Nada, Togafu, and Darius Holiday-Miller, who collects the ball now. He cuts it back in, but he's going to get tackled there by number 13 initially, as well as number 52. Terry O'Neill, and number 13 is Mitch Wong. Talking about graduate Colts, he's one of the ones who was outstanding in the Rhinos Colts program, was one of the captains in their undefeated Sun Bowl season back in 2011. Since graduating to the senior level and being one of their key linebackers. The give is to Darius Holiday-Miller. He hasn't got the best blocking, but he makes do with it and picks up about 3 to 4 yards, setting up for a 3rd and short here. 3rd and 2 upcoming for the Bayside Ravens. Holiday-Miller stays in the backfield, taking a lot more snaps in this one in the absence of running back mate Joel Wood. Nada Togafu getting some fullback snaps here. The Rhinos doing what they can to deter the offense, and the blocking just isn't there for Holiday-Miller, and he's taken down. Some fantastic pressure initially from number 65, and ultimately tackled by a number. Good game from the linebacker line. Turns out they're going to have one less here. They're going to try and drop a player out last second. And Templar's going to push this to the left-hand corner of the field. And he might have pinned them at their 10-yard line. Or actually, no, it's not as friendly as one would suggest. It's at the 20. It looks like they're marking the ball at. So, 20, yes, right on the 20. So the Rhinos will set up shop on their own 20. And we'll be back in a moment as the Rhinos start their next offensive drive. Back here as Carlos Williams gets back under center. It's going to be a short pass, a smoke route, if you will, number 19, which is Krager, I believe, or Cogger. He takes a catch and is tackled there by Chris Wheatley and Benji Wilson collectively. Cody Carger is the official name of number 19 there. And that's enough for a first down. The Rhinos got a 1st and 10 upcoming. Third quarter football now. Start of the third quarter. Ravens go 3 and out. And the give is there to number 31. Flags are flying. I think it's going to be for an offside here. So not only will this tackle for loss not count, but they're going to get 5 yards out of it and a repeat set of downs. Oh, sorry, should I say repeating down? Rhinos, 1st and 5. Setting up now. Krager, number 81, James in the slot next to him. Carlos Williams under center. Williams, drop back, 5-step drop. He's going to find it deep. He's got number 82, and that's going to fall incomplete. Pass sails over the top of his intended receiver, number 82. James Caldeshaw coverage there by number 24, Matthew Olay. Bailey coming off now as it looks like they're going to bring in another DB. (16-6) the score remains, still at the halftime score. Number 36 now on the field. I think that might be Phoenix Panoho. 4-3 formation here. 5-step drop by Williams. He's going to find number 82, Carlos Shaw, but it goes over his hands, incomplete. 3rd and 5 upcoming. Not quite finding the connections he was so far in the back end of the first half here. We'll see if the Ravens can dial up a blitz and earn themselves a 3 and out here. Now, I haven't seen too much of number 14 on the field since the first half there, who was the offensive hero there. I'm trying to find him on the sideline here.
Maybe they're trying more options, but he's nowhere to be seen on the field. He hasn't made an impact.
Look, it's a big game here in the trailing. You think they'll be trying to use them even more, but alas, they've got their own plethora of receivers. A deep drop here for and a great coverage there by Jamal Party. Pass intended to James there after the deep drop from Williams. The streak route being denied by the free safety, Jamal Party. So action will bring up a 4th out and a 3 and out for the Rhinos as they go fail to get a drive going here, and they're going to punt a ball back to the arms of number 29, Darius Holiday-Miller. And it's a low snap there. He might have to run with a bit here. The pressure is on him. Can he get a punt away? He can for the grand total of 6 yards.
That's a booming punt.
A 6-yard play there. You got to wonder if they may as well have taken a shot there. But yeah, great pressure, bad snap, and that culminates in fantastic field position here for the Ravens, who are feeling a bit hungry, I'm sure. I mean, the only offensive touchdown they've had was the big play from at the start of the game. The first drive through Mitch Bessie. There was interception otherwise when Mitch Tierney was aiming for Darius Holiday-Miller in the end zone, and the other touchdown, of course, came from the pick 6 from John Finn, who ran it back for a 60-yard touchdown. So Mitch Tierney and Holiday-Miller, they're in the backfield. Webb, Bessie, and Templar make the receivers to the right. It's going to be a deep pass here. He's looking one-on-one with Edwards. Edwards! Oh,
doesn't
gosh!
fail to disappoint.
It's
Never.
like watching a GIF of him because he does the same thing every time. He jumps up, wins the one-on-one battle, and elevates over his defensive back. There's no flags on the play there. Look at that. That's some good stuff there from Edwards, who's fallen just short of the touchdown there. So we'll see if they just dish it into Holiday-Miller to add another 6 points here. Still in the shotgun. Mitch Tierney, Holiday-Miller. The give is to DHM, who runs in untouched to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayside. The score is 22-6. After that touchdown, 2-point version to come. And 2-point conversion, successful. Whoa. TD to Templar, and that's another 2 points on the board. The score now reads 24-6. The home team Bayside Ravens over the traveling Brisbane Rhinos after the Darius Holiday-Miller touchdown. All right, back now after working out our visuals. The give is up the guts, number 31. He's going to rumble there for 2 to 3 yards. Falling forward, like every good running back does. And we're looking at a 2nd and 7 upcoming here for the Brisbane Rhinos, who trail currently 24 to 6. Two by two formation, right slot with things. Cowlishaw is in quite tight. Craig, the receiver, to the far left. It's going to be number 84, who hasn't made a catch today. He picks up the slant route and earns himself his first catch of the day. And about a 6-yard pickup. I think it might be 3rd and 1 or maybe 3rd and 2 on that play. Yep, 3rd and 1. Pass completed to number 84. Name escapes me, but yes. Number 84 there, and snapped, fumbled, some great pressure there by Alan Steinhorton, but it is recovered by the Rhinos. But that's going to set them up on a 4th down and a likely punting situation. But I think I see Carlos Williams waving off the punt unit. He's going to take control of this situation, and he wants to try and go for it on 4th down here. Staying in the same formation. Haven't changed a whole lot, bar a few motions here, the Rhinos. 3-step drop from Williams. It's pass attempt at number 19, but the coverage, yes, turnover on downs there. The coverage, Ben O'Connor on the play there, who's been targeted a lot today, and he's stood up almost every time. So fantastic day for the cornerback there.
Do you think they needed to go for the punt there, or?
Look, I think it could be frustration there, and maybe a bit of urgency, being down a couple of possessions there. Carlos Williams, a confident dude, probably thought he could get it done there. The right idea was there, and unfortunately the coverage is too strong there, and that's a turnover and downs. And won't be great for the Rhinos if the Ravens can convert this short field into 6 points. They're set up on the 32-yard line with a 1st and 10 here. Mitch Tierney in at quarterback. Regan Webb coming on a bit late. Being told with now lining up on this Trips bunch set, which is made up of Bessie, Swaysland, and now Regan Webb. Pass play. Tierney's looking. He looks again. He finds over the middle Mitchell Bessie, who gets close to a 1st down at the catch, but I think that's going to bring up a 2nd and 2. It's a nice way for Tierney to look through his progression here, and he finds Mitch Bessie, and a nice catch there by the All-Australian wide receiver. And I was a little generous on that. It is a 2nd and 3 upcoming. Tierney, Holiday Miller, once again pairing up in the backfield. Swaysland, the near side wide receiver. It's going to be intercepted and tackled early and wisely by the wide receiver there, but Mitch Tierney just stared down his receiver there, and number 5 comes up with a big play to get the Rhinos back on the field, and Carlos Williams breathes a sigh of relief.
Yeah, it's a very easy read for a defender. He just stared him down the whole, throughout his drop back. So, yeah, I don't know what he was thinking there, but maybe it was just a little.
Yeah, he was getting into rhythm, I guess, and it's one of those things where you kind of feel confident, and didn't forget to set his eyes and his feet, and alas, it turns into an interception there. So that's Tierney's 2nd interception of the day.
Good bit of aspect.
And is cover 2 look here for the Ravens. Carlos Williams drops back deep, and now he's going to run for himself. He's got number 48 and a forced fumble there, but it'll be recovered by the Rhinos.
48.
Pressure there from number 48, who's not on the team list, but we do know who he is. Andre Tyre making his debut game back in for the Ravens. His first time in purple, I believe.
It's still Dre, though.
It is still Dre, the man we would known as the Tyre in his junior days, playing a bit more of the running back position, but he is definitely not at all unfamiliar with the linebacking DN position he's playing now, representing both the Queensland State and winning a defensive MVP award for that position as well. So here he is lining up at defensive end once again. The pitch is out to number 5. He's going to find some space and he's going to earn some of those yards back, but it's still going to be a third and double stick situation. Looking at about a 3rd and 11. Andre Ty getting on the field, so it's good to see some of these former Colts, particularly some of the guys you played with back in the day in Liam Reeves, jumping on the field there and improving their graduation right for the Bayside Ravens. Snap is here to Carlos Williams. It's a deep drop for a deep throw, and it's over the top of the hands, just a bit too high there for number 81, James, and it's going to fall incomplete. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and a likely punting situation. I don't see Williams waving off the punt unit in this situation. So a 3 and out here for the Rhinos. And the Ravens unit will get another chance via Darius Holiday-Miller, who's back deep to return. All right, this time, much better snap, and the punt is a lot better as well. It's going to move backwards. Did he touch that? Will the Ravens bother trying to go close to that? They shan't. So the punt will be downed at the Ravens 42-yard line. So Ravens starting close to halfway there. Picked off on their last possession. Let's see if they've rethought these things. I mean, I still think they could use with a bit of a dose of Darius Holiday-Miller here. I know the Rhinos did a pretty good job shutting down the run now, but I mean they've established a much higher passing call rating here in the second half. I think they could probably start using some draw plays, but we'll see if they get a bit more of a DHM injection here in this. As
you said, DHM can always turn something, or nothing into something.
So Regan Webb, Bryce Colson, and Jacob Templar. Closest receivers.
Speaking
of the devil, here comes Darius Holiday-Miller on a pass pattern. He's going to bump and turn and grind his way to what looks like could be a 1st down. I'm right in line with the far down marker here.
How's that for a halfback swing?
It was a nice little swing there from DHM, and we'll see if they move this ball back a bit further. I think he might have been just short. Yes, they have. They're going to mark him just shy of a yard short. So 2nd and 1 upcoming for the Bayside Ravens. And Colson going into motion now, making the trip side on the far side of the field now. Holiday-Miller will get... No, sorry, Ben O'Connor's going to get a carry there. He's got his ball in the wrong arm there. And, wrapped up in the backfield. And a fantastic play there from the Rhinos defender. I think it might have been number 8 on the play. Mitch McGuire, the safety, coming up and making a play in the box. And that's going to set up a 3rd and long for the Ravens, or a 3rd and medium as you would. That's about a 3rd and 6 upcoming. After that tackle for a loss. The idea was there, get to the outside, but just fantastic work here for the Rhinos there. We'll see if they can complete, likely through the air here. It's a play action pass. Over the middle to Regan Webb, the veteran wide receiver. He takes a lick, but not before catching that ball and turning it into a 1st down and a 3rd down conversion. So who do you trust in those situations? The veteran, the 2 long-time passes and catches link up there for a conversion, and the Ravens have a fresh set of downs at the 24-yard line here for the Rhinos. So they're approaching that red zone territory. Ravens on their best drive here of the second half. Rhinos in their 3-3 formation, almost a 3-4 with the alignment now. Tierney, play action pass, is going to number 5 almost picked him off again. The pass intended for number 38, Luke Edwards, falls incomplete. And Mitch Tierney is beating his chest, suggesting, yeah, that's my bad. And he gets a chance to throw another pass or give another handoff here with a 2nd and 10 upcoming here for the Bayside Ravens.
Very lucky there. I think it flew past around 3 to 4 Rhinos defenders. So.
Yeah. I said I know they've been having these tackles for losses, but I think this play calling is a bit too aerial at the moment. But that's just me.
Yeah.
We'll see if they return to a more even run game here. But this is another pass attempt. Luke Edwards is 1-on-1, and it's usually a win, but it's an incomplete pass. Ball flies over the head of Luke Edwards there. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Ravens here. camped out on the 23-yard line.
I believe that's quarter time.
And yes, we don't have this clock ticking here, but that is quarter time now, so we're moving into fourth quarter football. As they take a walk, we're going to take a quick break, and we're back here for the fourth quarter action. Stampede Sports, our friends there are committed to delivering premium quality, custom and unique sporting apparel for all sporting clubs and codes. Hit them up on Facebook to make your team look better this season too. Mitch Tierney is going to look, he's going to dump it off to Holiday Miller. After one tip, he brings back, and he's going to cut inside the block of Luke Edwards.
Cut back
Shake
again.
and bake another defender. Can he turn
He's
it into
going.
more? Yes, he can. Touchdown! Darius Holiday Miller, his second touchdown of the day.
Good Lord. You just get...
Look at the way he's weaving through defenders there. Very similar to Kesha Triasimona for the women's game earlier today. The way he just cuts and weaves through the defenders there. You're going to see him catch the tip ball, cut back, bring it up there, and there he goes for his second touchdown, this time through the air. Darius Holiday Miller, his second touchdown of the day. All right, we're dealing with crazy bottles being thrown from our commentary box here.
I apologise.
30-6
slow.
the score reads. Tierney is going to take a pass to Edwards, who, not the first time, but the second time, he ducks that ball around his body. Earns the 2-point conversion there. Gives another cheeky look at that. Nope, Holiday Miller time it is. He cuts and weaves, and you're going to have to take a look at that in your own time, Luke Edwards, because you're not going to get a double replay here.
Sorry, Luke.
But yes, now the score reads a fantastic score of number 32 to the Rhinos 6 here in this fourth quarter action. Remember we talked about that little lady, or shall I say that larger lady?
Oh, the larger lady. And
is it too late, or is she
singing
still
and whatnot?
Maybe she warming up now?
Oh, unless, Carlos Williams pulls a T-bow on us or something.
Is this in fact Williams' time?
It could be Williams' time. That could, start to be a thing.
If he wants to make it a thing, here's his opportunity now as he trails by a big margin here against the Bayside Ravens, who are defending their home turf. Benji Wilson getting set to kick off. Back deep to return is number 7. He's going to get a carry there. He's going to cut to the outside, but Kane Matt was there.
Back.
Now he's going to cut against the grain. He's got some blockers now, but it is shot down there eventually by number 24, Matthew Olay.
A bit distracted there. Someone just suplexed a blocker, so I thought that was the ball carrier.
We might take a look at that then. I think almost more of a DDT is probably the wrestling move we're looking for, but I digress. Number 7 on the return there. Can't quite find your number, mate, so you can fill us in at a later date.
We'd appreciate it.
Here comes Williams. Yet to return is Ravlich, so it looks like that injury could have been quite serious. Hopefully not a torn hammy, mainly on the strained one, but alas, he's not returned to tonight's game. And that run is stuffed up the middle there from who else but the forever retiring Christian Tangles McCarty.
There you go, 8.
So for all the Tangles McCarty fans out there, he's now on the stat sheet with a tackle.
Dinosaurs do play football.
Well, with the likelihood of the Chris Moonies running around and the Kevin Turners, you know, I think that was already proven there.
Yeah, I'll probably cop something throughout the week, but that's fine.
And Williams letting it fly. He's got James underneath it. Oh, and James doesn't think he can make it, pulls his arms away. And an incomplete pass there, looking very similar to the pass to number 14 earlier in this game here. He just up that sideline there closest to us now, and unfortunately just the ball.
I guess if plays like that are completed more, we could see a late, resurgence.
Yeah,
in this
well, we're
offense.
going to see more attempts, I'm sure. So we'll see if they change up the defensive style with the Ravens, be a bit more passive, or are they going to turn up the heat and just try to choke this this offense into completion.
10 seconds on the clock.
Yep, the play clock running down. Williams gets the snap off with 4 seconds remaining. He is going to get pressured and down for a sack. Who is it this time? Number 99, Mona Solomona. And it looks like someone's down. I don't know, is that Williams or is that a lineman?
I'm not too sure.
I'm not seeing a number 1 anywhere, but I thought I saw a 7 in that.
I think it is a lineman, you were correct.
Now, the reason I probably am not seeing Williams because he's walking off because that's a 4th down there, so it's a lineman down. It might be number 77.
Well, looks a bit ginger there. I don't know if he's copped a head knock or...
It's Jordan Wong. No, 57,
57.
sorry. 57, not 77. There we go. Hold on. Yep. Haven't got 50 seconds. Can't quite find you on the team sheet yet, man. But I do wish you the best. Hope it's not a serious injury as we temporarily lose vision there. All right, the snap from to Begg.
That's up.
And it's a nice spiraling kick. As we look, and Holiday Miller's going to try and return this. He's got 2 blockers there. Ooh. Big block by Finn. And bodies flying everywhere.
He's still going.
And Holiday Miller, I thought he was stepped out, but
he's got back in.
Could he go the all way? Holiday Miller hasn't scored a return touchdown.
DH!
Oh, flags late there. If this flag doesn't affect it, I can't wait to see this on replay because I thought that play was over a couple seconds ago. But Holiday Miller, to my knowledge, hasn't scored a return touchdown since his days in the Colts Football League. Let's take a look at replay. We've got it going again. We might see how far that goes back. Yeah, I could have sworn he stepped out there, though. You guys might have to take a zoom in when you go watching that at home, but the referees didn't think so. But there is a late flag being thrown here, so we'll see what that's for. That's a lot of the time a block on the back or a holding penalty. But it looks like they were talking to Coach Sinapati about it. And it will be a block in the back against the Ravens. So as fantastic as that was for Darius Holiday Miller, he's going to have to wait another couple of returns to get that return touchdown to his name. And instead, the Ravens will set up shop at the 33-yard line here. So still into enemy territory. And with a chance to extend this 32-point score they have put up so far. New running back, Kane Maui-Goa, going to his traditional position of running back. He's going to get a carry now, and he's going to remind us of days of old.
Oh, look at him go.
And there he is, trucking through defenders. There's the Kane Maui-Goa we all remember from Colts football. He trucks it, and he says, who gives, what's 2 years in football time? Yeah. He's young, and he can still, just like riding a bike, gets it off and tears it off. A nice little 20-yard gain there.
He has a tattoo that says beast mode never sleeps. I think this shows that.
Indeed. Just a little nap, perhaps.
Just a little nap.
So Maui-Goa, the ball carrier, is going to stay in the backfield with Tierney. You know, just when they thought they lost something with Joe Wood being absent, they replaced him with another former state Queensland running back who's jinking and jiving through the line of scrimmage right now. he picks up another couple of tough yards, maybe 5 yards on the game. And now he's going to get spelled out. Darius Holiday Miller's had his quick breather. And 28 comes out for 29. Regan Webb, and so it's going to be a 2-by-2 formation here. Luke Edwards, Regan Webb one side, Bessie and Alex Swaysland the other. Holiday and Miller in the backfield, and Bessie now motions the other side of the field. It's going to be passed to Edwards. Edwards, can he find the block to get in the end zone?
He's there.
Why, yes, he can. Another touchdown to the boys in purple. This lead will now jump up to 38-6, 2-point conversion to come. We see this on play here. Mitch looks to that first option to Holiday Miller, then comes back to the screenplay on the backside there. A little package play that Coach Hollywood has drawn up, and it works to perfection there. And Luke Edwards gets his touchdown for today. 38-6 the score reads. 2-point conversion to come to turn this into a 40-burger.
What number is it? 38.
Except, no 2-point conversion here. They're going to go for a PAT. Benji Wilson kicks it out of Balimba and into the next door neighbor's place. And 1 point out of there, so the score, 39, Rhinos 6. Well, in convenient time to lose footage just when nothing happened, so don't worry. Bar a PAT, nothing happened at that time. The score's 39-6 as the Rhinos get a return here, and it's a pretty healthy return, taking them up to the Ravens' 41-yard line there.
Matt Bailey to make the tackle there with, not too sure who else was there.
Number 7 on the return. You're not on the team sheet, I don't think, but I was trying to get your name there, but don't have that good vision. So here comes Williams and his offense again. The Ravens defense looks to try to close this game out as we're in the fourth quarter here. Just shy of a 35-point buffer. So the time will still remain regulation time. I think it's Lazarus IT coming on the board now to get some linebacker reps. Matt Bailey and Benji Wilson make up the other two. Solomona, Steinort, Sinapati, and I think that's Tom Leota make out the rest. No, Andre Tyre. And it's a nice carry up the middle, and it's number 31, and he's going to get met by Benji Wilson. Second and 7 upcoming now. And here's an interesting thing. I'm seeing Jamal Party lining up and practicing some snaps here. So I think the Ravens might be looking at testing out their another quarterback option tonight. Under center is Williams. Short drop, and he looks there.
Ooh.
Number 19. I mean, an argument could be made for offensive PI there.
Yeah.
But no, alas, I think they might deem it as uncatchable. So, or just simple incidental contact. So, incomplete pass there. And 3rd and 7 it remains. We'll see if the Ravens turn up the heat here. Williams going under center. As Main man at running back still there. Another receiver, number 10 now. I haven't seen too much of him. He's lining up in the outside position here, and the pass is going to go to him. But over the top it goes, and incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Seeing the punting unit sending off, and Williams walking off. So the Rhinos are going to concede this drive and punt it away to the Ravens, and Tierney and co will get another opportunity to put some more points on the board. Alex Moore coming off the field. Luke Edwards getting an opportunity here to return the ball. We'll see if they push this to the sidelines. A great snap this time around, almost blocked there by Andre Tyre. Edwards, it's going to fall short. Edwards is going to, oh gosh.
That's
You might have a question, you might have a talking to by his coaches there, but look, at the end of the day, he's secure with the punt, and the Ravens will start around their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, we'll see. Jamal Party is going to take over quarterback duties.
There it is, number 5. Big shout out to our main sponsors, Hammond again. Hammond Gibbs Parts at Hammond. Keeping the Ravens trucking along here in 2015. Check them out for any trucking needs you may need. But yes, as stated, number 5, Jamal Party. He's in at quarterback now. So their Ravens' third quarterback option for today. Darius Holiday-Miller, it's going to be a give. No. Yes, it will be, and Party's going to go look out to block. Holiday-Miller's still cutting. I thought he'd be tackled.
Here we go.
He's got some room to the outside. He's got the speed to beat the surrounding defenders. He's going to use a stiff arm, and 21's going to bring him down, but not before Holiday-Miller charges to just shy of the 50-yard line. Number 21 on the carry, on the tackle there for the Rhinos. Trying to quickly locate your name, I'm sorry, mate. But we are 1st and 10 for the Ravens in this Jamal Party-led drive. Three wide receivers to his right, Luke Edwards to his left, and Holiday-Miller in the backfield with him. The give is to Holiday-Miller. Party's going to keep it himself. He's going to get met initially by O'Neill, I think, and get taken down after a short gain. Initial contact there from number 52, and I think finished off the top there by Tua Mavave. So 2nd and 7 upcoming. Just remember, guys, if you're watching and you want to communicate to us, hashtag Bergtag TV to get involved in the action. Happily put your tweets up there.
Unless you're going to joke about my puns and.
I'm sure they'll be very pun discerning, mate.
Funny.
And Jamal Party, 3 receivers to his left, and are they going to get that snap away? I don't think they can. So that buzzer goes off this time. It's actually relevant, and it's a delay of game, and it's just naturally something that happens when you've got a new quarterback in there. Doesn't quite get the huddle as efficiently as they need, and they're going to have to deal with another 5 yards here. So his run that he just got will be negated, as well as another couple of yards tacked on. So we're dealing with a 2nd and 13. And apologise once again. The system started to cook after being around for so long. Apologies to Jamal Party as well, who got a nice big run there, but we didn't quite catch it. He picks up a couple of yards there, actually quite a few yards, probably closer to 10 yards there, but it still sets up 3rd down due to the penalty. So we've got a 3rd and 2 upcoming. Jamal Party still a quarterback. Regan Webb, slot. Luke Edwards out wide. Quick pressure there. Party rolls to the outside. Will he back his speed? Spin move!
Ooh,
looking like Cam Newton. He puts a stiff arm there and gets himself a 1st down. How about that for a highlight? We'll take a look at that on replay. Jamal Party, look, I thought he was just going to back his speed. He does well to evade the pressure. You got one-on-one there, and whoop, as said the circle button there. Using that to get around the defender, doing it nicely. And yeah, first down he earns himself and his team there at the 30-yard line, it looks like, or just beyond, maybe the 31. So 1st and 10, Bayside Ravens. Same personnel remains. Colson now split out wide. Holiday Miller gets a carry this time. He's going to use the circle button. He's going to turn. He's going to use a bit of right trigger now. Not before being tackled there by number 95 for the Rhinos. I'm sure you're on this list. Sean Anderson making a tackle, but I think in that tackle he might have got injured because I'm pretty sure that's him. No, that's not him down. He's got another player down. And they're going to take an injury time out here, so I think we might do the same. Be back in a moment. Don't forget to check out our friends at Stampede Sports who have kindly done our beautiful Ravens logo, which has stood the test of time today. And they can definitely deck out your team with stuff as well. We're going to take a quick break. Be back soon. So yes, thanks again to Stampede Sports, and looks like Joe Tumavave is going to be able to walk off under his own power, so that's a good sign. He's a good bloke there, and I would hate for anything serious to happen to him there. On come, Bayside Ravens. Mitch Bessie now. They've switched quarterbacks again. This time Bessie taking the second half of this drive. He's going to throw it long. Receiver to receiver. Oh. Luke Edwards completes the connection. Touchdown signal by side judge Amber Summers, and that's going to be another touchdown. Bessie gets possibly his first touchdown as a quarterback in purple in the passing form anyway, making 2 touchdowns for his day today. One as a runner, both a quarterback. One as a runner and now as a passer, so it is now 35-6. We'll see if the Ravens will attempt a PAT or a touchdown. Sorry. And by 35, I actually mean 45. PAT goes through. That mass thing again. That's low snap. Benji Wilson up and sends the ball boys on another mission. Successfully adds the extra point, 46-6, a 40-point buffer now.
We apologise for the new fence you may need for your house over there.
No, don't claim that. We accept no responsibilities for any pent or palings that come out.
That's on you, Benji.
However, we do now have the phone number of Benji Wilson, so... And we're back here for kickoff.
Here we go.
And the Nice deep kick there, fumbled. So the Ravens could jump on this, but it's going to get picked up there by the Rhinos. Matthew Bailey! Wondering if we're going to get a special teams highlight from him. So Bailey on another big special teams run.
It's number 86 there.
Bailey takes another tackle to his special teams tally for the season. And on comes the Rhinos, hoping to try and put a divot in this scoreline and add a bit more respectability to it, as the Ravens currently boast a 40-point lead over the number one team, or the number one ranked team in the men's division to date. Ravens now in motion. Sorry, the Rhinos in motion. It's going to be a run up the middle there, tackled there by Benji Wilson, trying to rip the ball out. Unsuccessful on the play there. A new linebacker in, number 57. Not quite sure who that is. Checking the team sheet as we speak. Ravens currently leading 46-6. Back into the fourth quarter now, so they're going to go into a running clock, I imagine. So this fourth quarter should finish a little more quickly. So it's in fact a new safety rather than a new linebacker wearing number 57 there. Man in motion. Williams drop back, three-step drop. Would have been some decent coverage. Oh, Ben O'Connor strips it away. Was just going to say he got beaten in coverage, but he turns it into a touchdown. Benjamin O'Connor rips it away from number 19. I think that's Craig Myra, and he turns it into a touchdown for today. And by crikey, I think he's taken my defensive MVP vote for the Ravens today for today's game. So fantastic day here for the man wearing number 43, the former Stingray, now a Raven, making another huge play after initially getting beaten on the play.
Ed Reed like that.
Very much so there, but for kids watching at home, it shows you even if you get beat, play the hands, rip the ball out. You never know when you can turn a getting burnt into a touchdown of your own, and just like that. So the Ravens add a 50 burger to their resume tonight and jump up on the board via Ben O'Connor. This time it's going to go wide right. So his streak ends at 2, which is pretty decent as far as field goal kickers go for the Bayside Ravens. But the score currently sits at 52-6 for the home side Bayside Ravens. We're starting to lap it up now, and I think we're going to see a few more experiments in different positions here. A few of those are joining via Birdtown TV on live stream, and a copy now on live on Periscope. And there's plenty of jovial excitement going on around the Ravens sideline here, as well as the Birdtown Nest, who are those who've come to support. And a different change of kicker here now. I think it's Luke Edwards. He was returning earlier, now he's going to take a kick, and Jesus, why hasn't he been kicking the rest of the game? Here
we go.
Number 7's going to get another return here. Bounces out to the left side this time. He's going to be met by Swaysland and finished off there by the rest of the special team unit. And it's going to set them up for a first down at the 26-yard line, it looks. 1st and 10, Brisbane Rhinos.
That's the game.
And just as we call it, that's the game. Coming down through here, the Ravens can happily leave with a 52-6 scoreline. We said this was going to be possibly one of the games of the week, and despite the scoreline, would still be up there. But I think the Ravens have definitely stamped themselves as the as one of the true contenders here today. They'll be looking forward to a rematch with some of the top teams there. The Brisbane Rhinos, they take their first loss of the season at the hands of the Bayside Ravens. And they'll finally feel they'll have something to study in the film room there as they take not only their first defeat, but their first shellacking of season 2015. So they'll take this, they'll get stronger from it, and the Ravens bounced back from a 27-7 loss against the Stingrays last week, and we'll have a slightly more jovial practice here in the next 2 weeks in Bulimba. I'm going to thank again our sponsors. Our main sponsors, Gibbs Parts and Hemmants. You can contact them at 0733904955 for all your trucking needs, for differentials, drive shafts and transmissions for your truck. See our guys at Gibbs Hemmant. They've been keeping us trucking along here in 2015 and are solely responsible for our live stream here, broadcasting to you in Birdtown TV, and of course our new sponsor Stampede Sports, responsible for our beautiful new logo. So contact them for any clothing and sporting apparel needs you may need for your club or business. Ben Goff and the guys at Stampede Sports would love to help you out. It's been a fantastic day of football. This wraps up our 3 of 3 broadcasts here. Big day for us. John Devine working the panel like a boss. Liam Reeves both on the colour commentary and the camera work. And of course, I've been your resident voice of Birdtown and Gridiron Queensland, Kenny Andres. Thanks for joining us so much. We'll be back in 2 weeks for Birdtown TV, where we'll be seeing the Colts and Women's take on their respective opponents. Once again, thank you for joining us, and we hope you stick with us next time. CallingAllSportsBrisbane.com for any more information. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Kenny Andres here. Jumping in early on this broadcast to make sure we can get the full interviews of the two that we've had there so far. So Kenny Andres here on the broadcast for the Bayside Ravens men's and the Brisbane Rhinos matchup. The undefeated Brisbane Rhinos coming across the Bayside Ravens to Lords. You can see the men's clapping off the women's side now. Yeah, we had a chance to talk to John Hollywood-Rowe, the offensive coordinator of the Bayside Ravens, who talked about the production of his receivers so far, and his upcoming opponents, and then also had a great lengthy interview with Dan DC Clark, the head coach of the Rhinos, who said had plenty of praise to say about his opposition today, and talking about his team to date so far and what he felt of his team and their undefeated records so far. So they'll play back to back for you, and we'll be back with the action not too long.
So, John Hollywood-Rowe, or shall I say Pimp Rowe?
Stick.
What have you done to yourself, mate?
Just a little accident at home. Basically a little bit of an ankle injury, so just need the support on the sideline. So third leg.
It wasn't a potential comeback, was it?
No, not at all. Shoulders all good. It's the knees, knees and ankles.
I think opponents will be happy to know that. Unfortunately, I have to deal with you as a coach now. So, mate, look, last time we spoke, we were at this field. I actually cut your interview short. Hopefully it won't be happening today. But look, you've had many games since then, a couple of big wins, also a couple of losses. This is your game after your loss to the Stingrays. How are you feeling as a team community after that loss to the Stingrays last week?
I was going to say, good. What I enjoy now is managing, not so much managing the team, it's managing the personalities now, because we're coming into the the last couple of weeks of the season. So guys have already been playing for the last 20 weeks with pre-season and fitness, and then getting through the games and everything. And it all hasn't been smooth sailing, but I think this is what I enjoy, is really managing the personalities and keeping the guys focused on getting to the Sun Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the most difficult things you've been able to settle is your offensive line this season. It's been patchwork throughout the early part. I was speaking to Darius Holiday-Mill last night about it, and now you're starting to get a few more regulars. How are you feeling about coaching behind a much more solid offensive line at this part of the season?
Again, O-line just critical. I mean, we had 500 receivers and tailbacks at the beginning of the year, and then it was really trying to find people to get into that offensive line. I mean, again, I think we're still starting 3 rookies. So, again, really just making sure that they get the basics. I think what I find up here is the offensive line can be the hitters. You don't have to pass protect or run block. You've got to go out and get them. I think it's with the rookies just telling them that they really need to get up there and flex their muscle.
Speaking about rookies, he's not so much a rookie, but a returning player. We'll talk about Luke Edwards, which we've got a lot of excitement around when he came back this season. Has proved to be the same highlight reel that he was when he left. How does he feel having that sort of big catch radius sort of receiver in your arsenal again?
It's good. I mean, Luke is great, but it's really now as me as a coach is teaching him more than a fade route. So understanding coverages. I mean, yeah, sure, the guy can catch, but we need to make sure he gets open. What I hear last time, teams start doubling him or tripling him. He needs to still be able to get open, or the guys on the other side of the field need to get open and catch that ball as well. But making Luke understand coverages, I think, has probably been one of the most enjoyable coaching things I've done this year.
Big match against the Rhinos today. It's been the most hyped up match so far of this round amongst GQ. They're the undefeated team. You guys are sitting around third place as well. This will really help satisfy who's coming up next as that number 2 competitor to the Stingrays. How do you feel about this matchup today?
Today's game is pretty much do or die for us. We can't afford to lose any more games if we want to get to the playoffs and Sun Bowl sort of thing. So we have to win today. We have to win next week, and we'll start doing the maths before and after that. But I think we just need to play our game and do what we need to do.
Any thoughts about whether they're going to be starting Florida quarterback Carlos Williams or Australian quarterback Jared Stegman today?
No, I mean, I haven't really seen much of both. I know Steggers has just come back. You've got to have the whole team around the quarterback, so we'll see how they go, but that's not really up to me. I've got to worry about the defense side of the ball.
Wonderful. Thanks for your time, Coach. Appreciate it. All right, Dan, DC Clark, mate, you're back. You've had an undefeated team so far. You know, the hype train is starting to get its wheels. How are you feeling about your team's performances so far in the season?
Yeah, look, we've been doing okay. We've been in some close games against some good opposition. The league is fairly divided at the moment with top-tier teams and bottom-tier teams. Hopefully, in the coming years, that gap will close. Our 7-0 record's not indicative of our play. I'm not downplaying our team. 7-0 is always good from a coaching standpoint. But the teams that are competing at the top 4, this is our test today. So we've always been very evenly matched with these guys. They're a very talented football team. They're on the brink the last couple of years. We're always evenly matched. It's always one of those games I always look forward to, especially the club, because it's at the end of the day, it's always clean, good, hard football. It's the way it's supposed to be played. There's no cheating. There's no dirty shots, nothing like that. It's just always good. You know you've played football when you're done playing these guys. So I enjoy that. It's the reason I still coach. Our guys have been doing well. Today will be a test. We're got a few injuries, but every team's the same. You know, you get guys banged up throughout the year. So I'm looking forward. Look, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We're in the playoffs. I want our guys to be able to compete against a good quality side, and just look forward and just progressively get better each and every week. So we took a bit of a backward step last week. So I'm looking for a few things out of the club this week. Always want to win. You're a coach. Winning's what you're judged on. But 7-0 is fantastic. But to be the best, you got to beat the best. And we haven't beaten the best yet. So
there you go. Big test today.
Yeah. So we got Ravens and Stingrays. They're the 2 top tier teams in my eyes. Obviously, the Gold Coast have had the wood for a few years now. So, but Ravens owned us last year, even though we only dressed about 25 guys. But they showed their quality side. They probably didn't play up to their expectations last week, and they know that. So we're expecting them to come out firing. So we got a lot of new guys. We have a lot of rookies. So it's going to be, at the end of the day, it's going to be fun to watch.
Big question of today that everyone's wondering: who's starting at quarterback? All Australian Steggers, or are we looking at Carlos Williams?
It'll be Carlos Williams this week. Stegman's basically played 3 consecutive seasons, having finished here, gone to Sweden, and then come straight back again. I've made a decision to rest him. Carlos will hold the reins for today and possibly next week as well. But Carlos is a capable quarterback. He's played overseas, so the game plan doesn't change. It doesn't matter who's under center in my eyes. We've still got a game plan to execute, and if we do that, then it'll be a fun game to watch. So, it's going to be good to see. It's going to be good to see.
Dan Clark, appreciate your time.
Not a problem, guys. Cheers. Enjoy.
All right, welcome those who stick around. If you've watched all 3 games today, you are officially my favorite person of the day. So welcome to the third installment of the Birdtown TV broadcast, brought to you live here from Bulimba Junior Sports Club here in Bulimba Street, Bulimba. If that's enough B alliteration for you, because I'm Kenny Biassi, Andres, with Liam Lips-Reeves here and John Devine on the panel here with Birdtown TV via Calling All Sports Brisbane. Now this is a game a lot of people have been waiting for. The undefeated Rhinos taking on the Bayside Ravens here, who stand with a 4-2 record, I believe, 4-2, and a bye. So, you know, a lot of people believe this is going to be the place setter. I've said many times, Bay FM show and also the Cafe Americain TV show you can find on Friday nights, 8 to 10 p.m. on Bay FM 100.3. This is going to be a real place setter amongst the GQ men's division here. It's going to really set whether the Rhinos are contenders or pretenders here. You would have heard in Dan Clark's interview there at the start. He said, you know, whilst 7-0 record's right, he still doesn't feel like he's had the competition to dictate where this team should be. And he said today is going to be a real test for it. So I think that's what a lot of us are looking for here. The Ravens, they've had a slightly tougher schedule to date so far. They've taken on the Bears twice, and obviously they take on the Stingrays last week where they went down 27-7, which was a close game until the fourth quarter. So it'll be interesting to this game. This is going to be a game that could potentially, has the potential to go right down to the wire and see, you know, either a Mitch Tierney pass or a Carlos Williams pass to the back of the end zone to finish it. So yeah, it'll be exciting stuff. I mean, the question was answered that I was looking for is who's going to be starting at quarterback today for the Rhinos. And, you know, Liam, you were there in the interview, whether it was going to be Carlos Williams or, you know, Jared Stegman, the All-Australian quarterback. And Dan Clark raised a great point that Stegman has played a lot of football over the last couple of months and years even, as we look at the two teams go out for the coin toss with their respective captains. And, yeah, so that's part of the reason why Carlos Williams is getting the start this week and possibly next week for the Rhinos, as Stegman is just taking a bit of time to get his bit of a debrief from football, or a bit of a football holiday, which we all know that there is such a thing as football fatigue that can really get to you when you have back-to-back seasons. So back-to-back, I should say. So, yeah, Carlos Williams has been on a capable job. I mean, he's the quarterback at the helm of a 7-0 team. That's nothing to shirk at. And we saw his ability when he was playing for the Raptors last year. He has a big arm and also the ability to get it done on the ground. So a dual threat quarterback with, you know, probably quite a few more weapons than he had in the previous season with the Raptors. So he is capable of doing a lot of damage here, and we're going to see him suited up under center for the Rhinos. For the Ravens, obviously the first name that usually rolls off your tongue is Darius Holiday-Miller. Liam Reeves.
There you go. Daz is just I don't even know how to describe him. Oh, yeah. Yep, I'll put it back on you.
Fantastic. Well, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say he's the type of running back that can turn chicken feces into chicken salad.
There you go. So look, these words are moving mountains today.
You know, he's the type of back that, you know, at some plays he simply just doesn't deserve to get back to the line of scrimmage, let alone yardage, and he finds his way to turn it into a 20-yard gain. He's the you know, he's going to grind out a win, but if they don't go via the Darius Holiday, you know, road to victory through Darius Holiday way, they very well could go the aerial
set
route
of real capable receivers
of Luke Edwards, Mitchell Bessie, you know, Jacob Templar, who can get it all done in the air. So this is a very balanced football team on paper, and we'll see how they choose to opt their play calling in this game. Same will be interesting for the Rhinos, who should be led by the #1 Carlos Williams. But hey, look, both teams like to send the pressure, particularly the Rhinos. So heck, we could come out and see a defensive game here. So we're going to take a quick break here just beforehand to pop up one of our sponsors, and then we'll be back shortly with the kickoff between the Bayside Ravens and the Brisbane Rhinos. All right, back for kickoff now. As the sun's setting, it's a nice 4 p.m. kickoff here in Bulimba. We've been dealing with a hefty sun over Bulimba today. And now, but it's been cooled down by a nice breeze that just has been quite relentless today. It's continued all the way on, which has been good for the players. Not great for audio. But 12 minutes for the first quarter is about to begin. Number 18 for the Rhinos is set to kick off, which is David Begg. Begg is set deep to return as Darius Holiday Miller and Nada Togafu. Holiday Miller is going to take it. He's going to go up the middle there. The block is going to be set by Nada Togafu there. He's going to cut up field and get taken down at just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Ravens, who lost the toss, the Rhinos elected to defer, and the Ravens are going to start with the ball and set up shop at the 29-yard line of their own territory. Oh, looks closer to 28 now. I think that's might be. Can't quite make out who's doing the chains over there, but she's having a great old time. I think it's Denise Pepe trying to figure out where the spot of the ball is. And she settles on the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bayside Ravens. Holiday Miller in the backfield. Mitchell Bessie's going to start this game at quarterback. Holiday Miller's going to get the snap, whether it was intended or not, and he's going to get met in the backfield. He's going to lose some yardage there. A bad snap there. I think that's might be Sione Nuku starting at center today. We talked a lot with both with Darius Holiday Miller last night on the on Cafe Americain, as well as Hollywood Rowe in the pre-game interview about this O-line and how they finally got players to step in there, but they haven't had a whole lot of time to gel. So we'll see how that takes today as Mitch Bessie is starting at quarterback instead of Tierney, whether it's by design or not. Number 13 is getting the carry, and he gets taken out in the backfield again. This high blitzing offense is working out well early for this Rhinos. As numbers
real strong.
Number 43, I think that was for the Ravens. As I realize that my call sheet has gone MIA for the Ravens. But number 43, we'll soon find out who is. It's Ben O'Connor, the former Stingray. Plays a lot of linebacker, but has been getting some reps of running back recently, particularly in the absence of. And here comes Alex Swaysland, the rookie wide receiver, picks up the first reception of the day.
Got a good release there from the line.
Talking about the family connections there, Swaysland, brother of Candace Swaysland, who was just in the women's game there, runs a great slant in behind the linebackers and picks up a first down. Congratulations, Alex Swaysland. Holiday Miller and O'Connor in the backfield. Bessie staying in this drive. Swaysland staying on thing, and it's going to be an option. Bessie's got some wheels, and he's going to turn the field. Can he beat the safety? He runs a 4.6, and that's going to be enough to get him in the end zone. They're going to, oh wait, I can't see symbols here. The call's going to be on Amanda Summers, and she calls touchdown. Mitchell Bessie, let's see if we can get that on replay. You're going to see the option play here. Bessie reads it, puts his foot down, knows he's got the pace to beat the safety, backs himself, goes to the 10, the 20, the 10, and then gets his way in there, only just squeezing that ball inside the pylon there. So touchdown signaled by head referee David Hodkinson. His 3rd year as a full-time referee. And so Mitch Bessie. And this sort of odd wildcat formation, or dirty bird as I like to refer to when it's a Bayside team, comes up the goods, and the Ravens add 2 points. So they strike first blood early in this game. Only a couple minutes passed in there, just over 2 minutes there, and the Ravens take an 8-0 lead over the Brisbane Rhinos via a scramble or a run by design by quarterback and usual wide receiver Mitch Bessie. right, Benji Wilson set to kick off. Usual kicker for the Bayside Ravens. Hugadike out with injury today. So here comes Benji Wilson to kick us off. Set deep to return, number 20. It's Kevin Cadman who's going to pick that up, and it rolls into the end zone without being touched. Therefore, that constitutes in a touchback. No matter how much Kelvin Cadman wants to argue that.
Get a first look at the Bayside Ravens defense here.
Yes, and of course the first look of the Brisbane Rhinos offense led by number 1 Carlos Williams. Might be a bit slower on the names here for the Rhinos schedule as they're not quite numerically ordered. Carlos Williams in the shotgun. He's going to go to his flat, hitting number 82 early, and Bailey is going to tackle him out of bounds there, but that's a great gain to start the drive for the Rhinos. James Collishaw, or Cowlishaw I think it might be pronounced, gets his first reception today, and the first reception for the Rhinos. State tight end Chris Ravledge is now playing more of a receiver role in this 4-wide set the Rhinos have reimagined themselves in, playing as more of a wide receiver. Drop back, they're going to be is going to be the running back. He's going to rumble his way to a first down there. So first down Rhinos, 1st and 10. Don't think I've got 31 on my team sheet here. So 31 is going to go, just going to have to go as number 31 in this play. Ravlich, near side wide receiver. A 2-by-2 set here. Carlos Williams, drop back. He's going to drop it over the top. Ravlich there. The coverage is by Ben O'Connor. Are they going to argue it's a no call there? Possible. I mean, an argument there for a pass interference. But Ravlich won't get the call there. We'll see that on replay. Pretty sure that's Ben O'Connor there now playing cornerback. You see him, he falls there, but you know, he kind of uses his a possible handsy approach to defend the much bigger Ravlich. A nice pass there though by Carlos Williams on the deep slant. Chiam James is the slot inside Ravlich. Under center, Williams goes this time. The give is number 31, and he's going to rumble his way to 2 yards. 2-yard gain, setting up for a 3rd and long here for the Rhinos now. 3rd and 8, I'm going to give it. Rhinos' first time being tested today. Ravens, they've got a very talented defensive line. Starts from the interior of Elijah Sinapati and Alan Steinort. Elijah Sinapati obviously had many experiences almost going to college. Steinort just recently getting off his trip to Canton, Ohio. The pressure was there to Ravlich. And unfortunately, Ravlich looks like he might have pulled a hamstring there. He's coming off that 9. He had his man beat. But just looking at him there, he's not looking well. He might even have to take an injury time out here. He can't quite make it out. I'm thinking it's got to be a pulled hammy just the way he was walking it off there. We'll see if we can get that on replay. You see him, the receiver closest to your screen there. He gets a great outside release and really beats O'Connor for the 2nd time today. And unfortunately, he tries to pull up a bit too fast, and I think a pull of hammy, which is a huge loss for the Rhinos offense. He's a big-time receiving threat for him, and he's overall just a big target with a nice big catch radius. And looks like, I won't say his day could be over, but it can be hard to recover from those things within 1 game span. So we'll see if he makes a return later in the game. Taking his spot is now number 84. Can't quite locate his name at the moment, but
Ooh, that's
an
gone
awkward
up.
punt. That is going to... it's a punt of what looks like 15 yards. But there is a flag back there. I don't know if maybe if we just saw it in replay, we might kick that from the start and see if there was any contact with the punter. I'm looking at the screen here. There was pressure on him there, and I think that could be a potential penalty here.
They'll make it a first down, yeah?
We'll soon see if they might say it was like a... Because it might only be a 5-yard penalty, I think, if it was on the swinging leg rather than the plant leg. But we'll soon see get the call here from head referee Dave Hawkinson. So yes, it'll be a 5-yard penalty. So it won't be enough for a first down, but it will give them 5 yards, and with the option of a re-kick here. So there was running into the kicker rather than roughing the kicker, which constitutes in a 5-yard penalty. So if he was to completely take him out or hit the plant leg of the kicker, that would be a penalty. However, would be a deeper penalty. And this is a great punt there. Darius Holiday-Miller might just have to let this go, but he's going to pick it up from his own goal line. He's got a lot of space though. Can he turn it into anything more? And he turns that into a decent return, running to about the 25-yard line. So, I mean, ultimately, a net result, as far as a net result goes, the Rhinos are cheering there. They picked themselves up another 30-odd yards in field position there. So the Ravens will set up with a first and down on their own 25-yard line.
You can see on the top of your screen there, Mitchell Bessie's still at quarterback.
Yeah, so got to wonder. Mitch Tierney, he looks healthy. He's sitting on the sideline there, whether they're just trying out new quarterbacks or whether he won out in practice recently or if it's just something they're trying. Mitch Bessie, he's going to set to his pass here, and the pass dropped there from Luke Edwards. Number 52 for the Rhinos on coverage there. That's Terry O'Neill, the linebacker, claiming he might have had a pick, but the referees say, sorry, mate. And that brings up second down for the Ravens. Ben O'Connor coming in now for Regan Webb. He'll be a running back, I imagine. Regan Webb, the usual slot receiver for the Ravens. Left to right, you got Templar, Colson, and Luke Edwards, the far wide receiver. Two backs in the backfield. This carry's going to go to O'Connor, and he takes a heck of a hit in the backfield. We'll try to take a look at that one there. He takes it there, he tries to go across to the face of his quarterback, and just great penetration and a solid hit. A 70 number there, it might have been 76, I believe.
79, maybe.
Well, in that case, it's Rob Tazier, shall I say. Bessie's still in a quarterback. Darius Holiday-Miller with him. They're going to go a delayed option. Bessie's going to have to run. He gets taken down by number 99. This is Joe Tuamavave, another state D lineman of years past. Close relationship with Ravens head coach Ben Sinapati. And one thing I've just noticed about these brand new uniforms for the Brisbane Rhinos this season, which has been direly needing a bit of a revamp, they've all got their names on the back, which is something you don't see too many GQ teams opt to go for, but certainly looks nice here with a few of the regulars having their names on the uniform. And so that brings up a fourth down. Ravens, fourth and long, they're going to punt this via Jacob Templar, the former AFL player. Oh! Is up to catch it, but he gets taken a nice tackle there from the gunner Darius Holiday-Miller. So out of replay. It's a decent punt from Templar and nets about 45 yards. Full shaky cam and all. We're revolutionizing the sports visual world here, but a great tackle from Darius Holiday-Miller. Number 14 on the catch there. David Gooding was the punt returner there. He got smacked up. Collis Williams under center. It's going to be no play action pass. Can he avoid the rush? No, he can't. And he gets taken down for a sack ultimately by Elijah Sinapati. He's looking at his receivers going, what are you doing, man? And so I think there's some miscommunication either with his receivers or his coaching staff there. But regardless, Elijah Sinapati gets credit for the sack. As well as the good pressure also coming from Monasola Mona and Alan Steinort. Tom Leota's also on the field in that left defensive end position. And the Ravens are going to take a timeout here. Take a chance to talk it over. Benson Party obviously not happy with either alignment or personnel there. So yes, the Ravens. All right, back we are after that timeout, the first one to the Bayside Ravens. A motion here by the slot receiver, and it's going to be a give to number 31. And a great tackle there in the backfield. I think that was Matthew Bailey. We spoke highly of him in the last matchup here, talking about his special teams prowess, but how he's developed into actual a regular starter on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, it was interesting seeing him come along. I remember a few years ago, obviously I was still a Colt, but you know, still be around all the seniors and whatnot, and seeing him just progress. It's awesome. He's a murderer on the special teams. He just absolutely destroys people. It's good to see.
Yep, just confirmed that 31 isn't on my team sheet, so 31 you will stay as number 31. The pass is a short pass there to Bateman, and he is taken there by number 20, Chris Wheatley, and then finished over the top by number 26 for the Ravens, which is not on my team list. So yes.
He's number 26.
It's not on my team list, so yeah, when I said in the morning, Ravens, if there was anyone who wouldn't be on the team list from 3 weeks, I guess someone missed the memo. So Fisher's going to take a timeout. They obviously need to discuss something here. I have a feeling it could be to do with the uniform, to be honest. Just take this chance to reminder why the officials taking this time out of fourth down that Stampede Sports have been good to us so far. I'll get to the ad read in a second. The punt is up, almost blocked by Bailey. Darius Holiday-Miller gets underneath it. He's going to find some yards. He's going to find some blockers now. Will he cut it back in? Nope, he'll take his yardage and he'll get into Rhino territory at least. And that'll set up the offense just inside Rhino territory. And Mitch Bessie, or no, in this case it's Mitch Tierney now getting his drive back. Will jump back on the field to command his troops. So usual quarterback Mitch Tierney is back in under center, or at least in the shotgun. Darius Holiday-Miller next to him. Bessie back at wide receiver in the near side slot. Alex Swaysland outside of him. Regan Webb, the wide receiver, to your left, with Edwards being the far side wide out. The pass is going to be to Mitch Bessie on the drag route. He picks up a block from Regan Webb. He's got a first down and more, and is tackled there by number 52 by the Rhinos. That's Terry O'Neill. So Bessie getting yards as a quarterback, now getting yards as a wide receiver. Getting it all done would be the offensive MVP so far for the Ravens. Moving the chains up through there. Mitch Tierney, Holiday-Miller in the backfield. Rhinos in their 3-4 front, or almost a 3-3 stack. Play action pass. It's out to Bessie. One-handed grab over the top of his head, and he takes it and picks up a 4 to 5 yard gain. We'll see the official markings, but a nice, impressive grab. You see it, he turns his body and grabs that one-handed grab, and picks up actually a bit more yards than I thought. It'd be closer to an 8-yard gain. We've got a 2nd and 2 upcoming.
Which Bessie makes those catches look effortless.
Yes, indeed. It looks like it's just another day in the office for him. 5 wide receivers now as Darius Holiday moves into the left slot. He's looking for vertical patterns. It was aimed for Holiday Miller. It's picked off by number 95. He's got room to move with just Dylan Harrison to beat. Cuts inside him, and he's going to tackle down by Regan Webb. He runs all the way from his own end zone to take him down there. So Mitch Tierney starts his day with 2 completions to Bessie and then a interception to number 95 for the Rhinos. That is Sean Anderson, the outside linebacker. So, look, they tried to go vertical with a pass to Darius Holiday Miller. We'll see if we can get a replay of that. See there, he's just trying to hit that seam there, but either he didn't have enough pepper or he probably should hit maybe one of his outside guys there, but he gets picked off there by Bateman, and the Rhinos now take it back close to halfway at a chance to answer this 8-point lead. Matchup between Bateman and Wheatley near to your screen. It's tipped. Matt Bailey on the coverage. Pass intended to number 82. James Colashaw. Passing complete. 2nd and 10 upcoming for the Rhinos. And a 4-man front for the Ravens. Backing up now is Matthew Olay wearing the new number 24. Carlos Williams, deep drop, deep pass. He finds his man at the 40-yard line and is taken down by Chris Wheatley, but not before a good tackle there, but not for a good reception, sorry, to James. Williams to James there, connect for a big catch and throw and catch, but not quite enough for a first down. We've got a 3rd and 1. Third and 1 upcoming. 3rd down conversion. The Rhinos, I think, have hit one, failed another. Doesn't look like the Ravens are going to blitz here. They're going to try and back a pass, but a new running back in. It's number 20, who was Calvin Cadman, who played some wide receiver earlier in the game. James in motion. It's a 3-step drop, 5-step drop more so by thing, and he's got a man with a step. Stretches out, but quite incomplete. It's the 2 19s going at it down the field there. Maybe it was 18 perhaps. With David Begg possibly, but he's listed as a quarterback. Can't quite find number 19 on this team list. Oh no, Cody Cargo it was. Matched up against number 19, John Finn. Pass just outside the range of
18's Mitch Downey, remember?
No, number 8. I was talking about the Rhinos.
Oh.
And so Williams on 4th and 1 here. Will he give it to his running back there in a quite a Calvin Cadman, lining up quite close to the line of scrimmage. Nope.
It's a pass.
Pass. It's going to get picked off. John Finn. The 2 19s
Speaking of the devil.
John Finn is going to beat Williams to the end zone and take it in for a touchdown. Touchdown Ravens. A 50-yard interception there by John Finn. You see on replay there, look, he just spies that quarterback. He sees the flat play there. I think Carlos Williams maybe was thinking there was man coverage there. Finn takes advantage of that. He sees his zone covered and he picks it off and has the speed to take it to the house. And back here is Olay is going to take a carry here. And the usual, not often a running back there, but Olay, who gets into a bit of extracurricular activity, might have just earned himself a flag there, but he gets a 2-point conversion, carries on, and the 2 points will be added, but we'll see if there's any ramifications for his attitude after the whistle. Steve Hawkinson ruling the unsportsmanlike conduct on Matt Olay there. I mean, that's one of those situations. You got the 2 points, and I think you just got to walk away and act like you've been there before. But emotions get the better of us. Yeah, the penalty will get assessed here, so the Ravens will have to kick this ball off from a little deeper than usual. Which
Speed.
So Ravens lead this game. Oh no, check that, it is 16-0, as our scoreboard originally represented.
This will be a good opportunity for the Rhinos returners to get some yardage and
Absolutely,
help Carlos Williams out.
especially with this wind not being super great to the Ravens. The ball's got to the 25-yard line there. And there's been a fantastic chase though by the Ravens, and they're going to sort of limit the damage there, but the Rhinos will start pretty close to halfway here. They'll be starting on what looks like their 40-yard line. Carlos Williams back on the field with his assortment of receivers and offensive weapons. All right, we are back here live at Belimbers Junior Sports Club. Kenny Andreas, Liam Reeves on the call. Ravens currently lead the Rhinos 16-0 in this Week 9 matchup in the men's division. Pass there,
Toss
play there to number 20. He beats the first tackler and then gets rumbled by a couple more. Ben O'Connor ultimately being credited for the main tackle, but number 20, that's Kelvin Cadman. He's taken the bulk of the carries of the last couple of drives there. But he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming for the Rhinos. Oh, sorry, 2nd and 8. Sorry, he picks up a 2-yard gain in the last one. Late movement on the down counter. Short drop by Carlos Williams. He's going to take off and run with it. Tim against Nata-Togafu. Togafu wins that battle. But not before Carlos Williams picks up about 6 yards on his own there, setting up for a 3rd and 4. So about a 4 to 5 yard pickup from Carlos Williams. We've got a 3rd and 4 upcoming set for the Rhinos offense. And that's the end of the quarter there. when he was punting, he takes them off, throws them behind him, and he goes barehanded like he would in AFL when he punts, which is interesting. I guess maybe that's just his rhythm, but you think, at the end of the day, you're still handling football.
Yeah.
So, interesting decision, but hey, whatever works for you.
Maybe we'll have to ask him.
14 and 45 back deep to return for the Rhinos. Pooch punches it in between them both. Will it sit up? And it will, into the hands of 24. The ball was touched. It could have been recovered by the Ravens. And however, it ultimately turns into a pretty good punt, pinning them on the 10-yard line there. So the Rhinos will need to travel close to the length of the field to put their first points on the board. We're going to take a quick time out. Be back in a second. Carlos Williams pulls the ball back, aims 14, great grab for number 14 there. Reaching out far from his body. See that on a replay there. See Carlos Williams actually pull that ball back and then deliver it to only his receiver can grab that, and that's a great first down play. Picks up about 5-6 yards. No, check that, 7 yards. 2nd and 3 upcoming for the Rhinos. David Gooding on the reception there. David Gooding matching up against Chris Wheatley, the wide receiver DB duo closest to your screen. Carlos Williams, the giver's up the middle there, and he's not going to get past the Ravens D-line. Tackle made there from Monasolo Mona and Tom Leota there. Look, they're not having a whole lot of success, Liam Reeves. What would you believe the Rhinos need to get to start moving this ball?
I think the Ravens D-line is, I think, overpowering the O-line a little bit. Like I said, there was frustration with Carlos Williams in the O-line before. I don't know if the center's being rattled up there or not, but we'll just have to see as time goes on, I guess.
Yes, another catch there made. So they're pitching and catching, and that's enough for a first down. The pass to Colton Bateman there from Williams. They hook up for a first down.
But as we're talking about it, this back-to-back plays, they've gone with these short passes on the inside and the out, and they seem to be working, so maybe this will be the bread and butter from now on.
Yeah, I think you could be onto something. I think maybe there could be a matchup issue with this D-line over this O-line. I think they're not going to have the protection to take some of those long shots that they'd like. They might just have to settle for some of these short passes and hope their receivers can make something happen, or just settle with taking these short 5-6 yard gains.
It's your West Coast offense on.
Indeed. So under center is Carlos Williams, 2x2 receivers. He's going to give up the middle to his running back, number 31, the nameless running back, and who will carry it for a gain of 4 yards, maybe 5. Ravens now. Benji Wilson moving to the outside linebacker position. Wheatley backing off. It's a play action pass. Williams looking for a slant. He's going to aim it for number 2.
There.
And Ben O'Connor on the good coverage there. Sticking right to the end and getting his hand in the middle of the receivers right as the ball gets there. So that's going to set up another 3rd down conversion for the for the Brisbane Rhinos here. 3rd and 4. Maybe even closer to a 3rd and 3 upcoming. So a lot of the time where Elijah Sinapati, he likes to release the pass rush and get his hands in those mitts. And it's going to be actually a sneak to Carlos Williams, and I think he's managed to bounce it to the outside and get it. So interesting play call there. QB keeper and by design, and Carlos Williams managed to squeeze his way to the outside for a first down. So the Rhinos convert and keep this drive alive. And scores from around the ground. In the women's division over at Deception Bay, the Jets defeated the Spartans 42-20. So The Jets back into the winner's circle after a couple of losses back-to-backs with the Ravens and the Stingrays. And they had a big win last week against the Panthers. And we're going to see a timeout here taken from the Rhinos, and we'll take one too. Be back in a minute.
This fucking first half's going quick.
First down and 10 here for the Brisbane Rhinos. Number 31's in the backfield. 82 goes in motion. Carlos Williams, 3 receivers to his left. He's going to drop back. He's under pressure from Center Party. Center Party takes him down. Big sack there as he gives the alligator slaps and the axe chop there. A sack by Elijah Center Party on that play. Look at the way he just breaks through that line there. Gets Carlos Williams running. He has a closing speed to take him down. So 2nd and 20 upcoming for the Brizzy Rhinos. All right, coming fast out of that huddle. Motion go, they managed to beat the play clock. It's going a deep right. He's got James open there if you want to declare that, but he had an overthrown throw there. I think whilst he looked open, and if he had drilled it hard and fast on a line to him, he could have been dangerous, but number 22 was over the top there for the Ravens. That's the free safety, Alex Moore. I'm seeing Aaron Cooter down at the bottom here, visiting he's friends with a lot of the Ravens, but he did formerly play for the Rhinos, also known as his nickname is D-Bag.
Modest.
He's around now with child and quite a legend amongst the footballing ranks, Mr. Cooter. Carlos Williams, 5-step drop. He looks over the top. He's got a reception. No, he doesn't. It's picked off from Nanatogafu. He busts off somebody and is taken down just outside the 30.
Good Lord.
Fingertip catch there to get the interception off the tip pass there. The pass intended to number 2, Colton Bateman. Look at the plays there, the hands there, but he can't quite look that in. And Nanatogafu looking like Troy Polamalu plucking that ball off near the ground. And the Ravens now set up shop at the Rhinos 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Bayside Ravens. Three by one set. Sways lands the lone wide receiver. The pass to Holiday Miller. Great block by Regan. We're pancaking 2 people. Holiday Miller makes some people miss, and I can't wait to see the fantastic blocking by the slot receiver there, Regan Webb. And we're having some technical issues here. I'm really hoping that's not power.
No, I can still.
Very well could still be watching us here. So we'll keep talking because we might have just lost visual on our little control hub. And Mitch Tierney, bobbled snap there. think we're officially back after all those technical difficulties. So, see if we managed to catch a replay. Did we manage to get a replay of that play a while ago? No, I think that's still from the intercept. Yeah, no, for those watching at home, if they wanted to click back on replay there,